Hey, what's up travelers? It's Potet Loving here. If you're planning to make a trip to Japan soon, you probably clicked on this video so you know what to expect while you're in Japan. Well, you're definitely going to want to stick around for my top 10 tips as a tourist who's visiting the country. Regardless of whether you're going to Osaka, Tokyo, or another city, these tips will help make your experience a little smoother while you're here. I myself am currently in Japan, so these tips are a compilation of experiences that I encounter day to day. Let's go ahead and get started. Number 1, the value of yen is extremely weak, so adjust your budget to reflect that. You might have heard a lot before that Japan is expensive, and that's still true to some extent. However, when it comes to strictly tourism, like eating out, hotel lodging, or transportation, Japan is actually pretty cheap now. Train rides across the city can be bought for less than $1 USD, and you can expect to spend anywhere between $20 to $40 per night for a nice private Airbnb or business-style hotel. Name brand electronics are usually priced around the same like how it is in the USA, but with the exception of that, everything you would normally find in a Walmart or Target is priced cheaper here in Japan, and as of October 2022, it's almost 150 yen to $1 USD. And number 2, know basic Japanese phrases or have some kind of translation app on your phone. Less than 2% of all Japanese people speak fluent English, and although fluent English isn't really necessary to get your point across, like if you're buying food or asking for directions, it's still extremely difficult, guys, to communicate in Japan if you don't know Japanese. Having this kind of app will help you decipher what kind of restaurant you walked into, what an item might cost, or what you're probably gonna be ordering. Having a translation app has come in clutch so many times for me when asking for directions or ordering from a restaurant menu. And number 3, consider bringing cash. Credit card and debit card is generally accepted nowadays throughout Japan. However, some smaller businesses and shops don't accept them quite yet, especially if you're not in Tokyo. Feel free to bring your native country's currency with you on the plane and have it exchanged only when you get to Japan and only at the airport you arrive in. The conversion rates at any of the Japan's airports are usually 1 to 5% better than any other currency exchange outside of the airport. And if you forget to bring cash, I highly recommend withdrawing it from the ATMs at the airport. They typically have no percentage-based fees like ATMs found in convenience stores or businesses. Number 4, trains can be a great way to get across Japan, especially if you don't want to walk or use the taxi, giving you more opportunities to travel freely to your favorite part of the country. Kiosk machines in train stations sell tickets, and they usually have an English option, so buying a ticket to the city you need to go to isn't too much of a hassle for a traveler like yourself. Taxis are also a solid way to get to your destination if you don't want to take the train or walk. Taxis usually cost no more than $20 USD to get across the city, like Tokyo, which is an incredible deal when the average Uber ride in Los Angeles costs more than $50 now. As a side note, trains can be crowded and packed when the workday ends, and it can leave you overwhelmed, so watch out for that. Number 5, convenience stores can be a lifesaver. Family Marts, Lawson's, or other convenience stores like 7-Eleven throughout Japan have almost every essential that you need to make your trip hassle-free. From food to everyday essentials, consider stopping by one if you forgot to pack a certain toiletry like a toothbrush in your bag or need to withdraw a little bit of money from an ATM. Pre-made meals can cost as little as $2 USD, while freshly baked goods can be as cheap as $1 USD. It's definitely great if you're not planning to hit up a restaurant. And number 6, wear comfortable shoes because you're going to be walking around a lot. On average, I'm walking around 5 to 10 miles a day, and I use the taxi and train. Getting to a shopping center, landmark, or favorite restaurant in the city can be far away, especially if you're not always taking a taxi. And don't get me started on all the times where you're going to be standing in place because there's a line at a restaurant or you're just standing at a red light on a crosswalk. Save yourself some trouble and use a comfortable pair of shoes to make your journey in Japan just a little bit easier. With that said, masks are still required in Japan and at all businesses. so wear a comfortable mask as well. Number 7, pack lightly if you can. Now obviously if you're staying in Japan for a long time, maybe like a month or 3 months, feel free to bring as many suitcases as you want, but if you're planning to stay for only 1 or 2 weeks here, you're more than likely going to end up buying souvenirs to bring them back home. There are a ton of shops throughout Japan, especially in Tokyo, so leaving a little extra luggage space can help you bring back some of your favorite snacks, gadgets, or hobby items from your trip. Number 8, there is no tipping culture in Japan. Yeah, that's right. Long gone are the days where we have to tip an extra 20 to 50% on top of a service fee like the USA. Trying to tip a restaurant worker for excellent service will leave them in confusion because it's not common here. Yes, I have tried it and they were confused just to test it out. So whenever you're paying for a meal or service, don't worry about it at all. All that extra money can instead stay in your pocket and you can use it for shopping or other activities. Number 9, vending machines are a quick and great way to get a snack or drink, alcohol included. If there's no convenience store nearby, this may be a great option if you're looking for something to drink while you explore the city. Vending machines are extremely common throughout Japan, and you can expect to pay as little as 50 cents USD for a soda, coffee, or juice. Some vending machines also sell alcohol, cigarettes, beauty products, pretty much everything, and don't even get me started on the gachapon machines here. And number 10, beware of scammers in certain nightlife districts like Shinjuku and Roppongi. This sounds like basic common sense, but if somebody randomly approaches you on the street, it's best to just ignore them or say no. Once again, I know it sounds like common sense, but some of these guys are 6 foot tall, 7 foot tall. They're really tall and they are intimidating. Some of them are friendly though. Just watch out when they're trying to offer you drink services with cute girls or risque adult activities for a cheap price. You will be scammed out of thousands of United States dollars for your happy ending massage that was supposed to cost 3,000 yen. The police will not help you either if you've been scammed, so stay alert when visiting these nightlife districts. If you enjoy anime like myself, you'll definitely love the maid cafes as well as the Japanese pop culture you find here in Akihabara, Tokyo. Or if you're coming to Japan to experience the traditional culture, you'll enjoy it as well. You guys will definitely have a blast staying in Japan. Regardless of whatever activity you do or what city you stay in, you're gonna be doing a lot of shopping, a lot of sightseeing, and meeting a lot of different people. But let us know in the comments if you have any other travel related tips for Japan. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. Really do appreciate your guys' support, and until next time guys, I'll see you in the next video.